show you off in Lambos out on Collins. I be
Welcome to the BP channel where I upload amazing daily content on China. In today's video, I'll be looking at autonomous self-driving cars in China. Now, I've done it until recent. The concept of electric cars, self-driving cars, autonomous driving cars is something that I was not aware of. Of course, that is until I came to China. You see, from the time that I came to China, what I'm seeing are Teslas, Nivos, Porsches, all these electric car brands. That this is only possible because I've been in China for the past 2 years, and being in China literally means you get to see a lot of electric cars on the road. Now, I'm baffled, of course. Like, I come from a place where I'm coming from Africa, which is really good, don't get me wrong, but I'm coming from a place where seeing electric cars is a rare occurrence. So how is it possible that I get to see these many electric cars on the road? So in this video, I'll be showing you why that's possible and why does China have so many electric cars on the road. Now, I've already given you an overview of why it's possible for China to have so many electric cars, and I'll put the video in the description box below such that you can get to see the Tesla video that I recently posted if you didn't get the chance to do that. You see, I've given the reasons such as practicality, the location, the government policies that enable China to have so many electric cars on the road. And the minute that you get to realize that that the Chinese government rather is a government that's looking at electric cars as something that is favorable for its people, is the minute you start understanding that really China is, for one, invested into having a better environment where cars are not destroying the environment, and you just get to realize how important it is for Chinese people themselves to be driving electric cars. Because in today's video, as I've said, I'll be giving you an introduction really of why it's really possible for China to have so many electric cars on its road. And this, if you have noticed from the previous videos that I've posted on Tesla and why it's possible for China to have so many electric cars on the road, you get to realize that the government policies that China has that are enabling people, that are enabling the Chinese people to keep owning electric cars, is something that is really making this whole electric franchise, that is making this whole electric frenzy something that is possible. Now, despite the main good government policies that are there, why is it that people are actually being motivated to keep on buying these electric cars? And why are we seeing so many electric cars on the road? Well, the fact is simple. These electric cars, for one, they look nice. Trust me, I was in a Tesla a week ago, and the Tesla is really amazing. Okay, for me, as a person that's going into a Tesla for the second time, and as someone that is not really experienced with cars but was given the opportunity to review a Tesla, it's something that is really amazing to me as a person, and really I would give you a good view of how good Teslas are, but that is something that you have to really experience for yourself for you to really know what it's about. Now, the practicality of having an electric car in China is something that I've also mentioned in the previous videos. The good government policies that are there in China that enable electric cars to thrive, that are enabling the electric car business to thrive, and also the locations of the charging spots, because owning an electric car means you get to charge it when the battery runs low, and that is something that is possible in China. Now, in today's video, I'll be looking at the autonomous self-driving cars. This is a concept that I came across on YouTube. I was like, so electric cars are a relatively new concept, and already we have self-driving electric cars. Now that caught me, right? I was like, how is it possible for electric cars to be self-driving at the same time? Because having an electric car is already an achievement on its own. On top of that, having a self-driving car. So when I was scrolling through YouTube, I noticed and I came across this YouTuber that had his car, that had his car that was self-driving. So I was shocked. Like, this is something out of the Batman movie. Like, it's only in Batman where you get to see him call his car and the car comes to him. Or in Mr. Incredible, you've seen that. But this is something that's real in China, and you do get to realize and notice this is something that is probably going to continue being there, because as I've explained in the previous Tesla video, China has these long-term plans where it wants to make it possible for its people to keep on owning this type of car. And this is something that I perhaps may not have emphasized in my Tesla video, but you get to realize and notice that China is really dedicated and wanting to make sure that people are able to drive electric cars, and they're making these cars affordable to its citizens. China has a battery factory in China, which is really making a lot of things easy, because it does not have to import the batteries that they are putting in their electric cars. And China now has so many electric car companies that are making a lot of electric bicycles, a lot of electric motorbikes, a lot of electric cars. Now, it should be mentioned that some of these electric car manufacturing companies have tried exporting their cars to the United States, to Europe, to Austria, to other parts of the world. And the thing is, most of the cars that are made in China are not meeting the standard that most people are hoping for in other parts of the world. But really, feedback from the Chinese people themselves say these cars are really good. These cars are made for the Chinese roads, and of course, with time progressing, we'll probably get to see cars we'll be able to use in other parts of the world. Having an autonomous self-driving car is just for one, it's really a good concept, and it's really something that is helpful. You're driving and someone calls you and you really do need to pick up an important call. With the self-driving feature, that's something that really could save you a lot of time. Now, it also presents some problems, like for instance, what happened, like how correctly would it be able to anticipate the road traffic? Like how correctly would it be able to anticipate problems? Say the electric car is running on a system where it probably assumes, and it would ideally assume, that everyone else is going to do what they're expected to do. But road behavior is not something that is always certain, and people will not always drive accordingly. So like, how safe is it really for someone to have a self-driving car? So these are some of the questions that we must be thinking of, and for future engineers that probably wants to like put out the very best of cars out there, that probably want to put out the very best of self-driving cars, these are some of the things that they must be thinking of.